Hey everyone, welcome back to ACT Math Quick Hits, where you can make this one small change and watch these videos. It doesn't cost any money, and it only costs you a little bit of time, and you're going to help improve your ACT score. So there's the rundown of the math section of the ACT, and let's get back into it for today. All right, so we have a circle here, and this is, reading through this one is awful, but here we go. So we have circle O, and we got some other dots, A, B, C, and D on the circle. All right, so it tells us A and B are as far apart as possible. So that means that they had to be a diameter because that's the furthest apart they could be. I don't know why it can't just tell us a diameter. I guess obviously just looking for a little extra understanding there. Then it tells us C is halfway in between A and B. D is halfway in between C and B. What percentage area enclosed by circle O is enclosed by OC, OD, and minor arc CD? Okay, so that is a lot to unpack in this very wordy question. So I'm going to zoom into this one just so I can do some drawing for you and hopefully make it a little bit clear. Now remember, on the digital version of the ACT, there is no drawing tool like this. Like this is an extension that I put on here so I can draw and show you how to do things. But if you're taking the ACT, you're going to have to put this onto paper in order to do these drawings. So that's going to take some more time as you're working through this. Here we go. So it tells us A and B are the furthest apart as possible. So I know that they're a diameter. And since they're a diameter, that also tells me that they are going to be 180 degrees apart. Right, that arc length between those two things. And same thing on this side, but it doesn't really matter, right? This would be 180 because it has to be 360 all the way around, and a diameter would cut that in half. So there, I'll put all that there. It then tells us that C is halfway in between A and B. So if we look at this arc here, AC we would call it, well, half of 180 is 90. So that's going to be 90 degrees, which also means that this part would be 90 degrees. So I guess I'll label that here, kind of running low on room for my labels. And then it tells us that D is halfway in between B and C, right? So we can cut this in half again. So if we cut 90 in half, so this piece right here will be 45. So it's a little tough to see. Sorry, there's like drawings and everything all over the place. So then it wants to know, well, what section of this circle is enclosed by, it said those lines, OC, OD, and then that arc CD. So what we're looking for, right, if you want to think in terms of pizza, is we're looking for this slice of pizza. So what percentage of the circle are we looking for? So let's get back to that question. So we know it's a 45-degree slice. Let's see exactly what it wants. So it says, what percentage of the area of the circle is enclosed by OC? Okay, so that, right, we saw 45. When I did all that, that's a 45-degree angle. I'm actually surprised they don't have a 45% here because that would be a really, really good distractor. But it says what percentage of the area, right? So a circle, the whole area would be 100. I probably should put my writing tool back up, right? It would be 100%. Well, let's clear that off. Clear. So if we're thinking about a circle, 100% of the area, would be 360 degrees. And the slice that we found, this pizza slice right here, that was 45 degrees. So it wants us to do this calculation, 45 divided by 360. So again, we can jump into the tools they have. They have a calculator there. Again, they did put the Desmos graphing calculator up. And so we are looking for 45 divided by 360. And we get 0.125. It wants us to do it as a percent. So we would then have 12.5%. Converting that decimal to a percentage. All right, thank you for watching, everyone. I know this isn't the most exciting stuff out there. I know my videos aren't the most polished. But remember, we're just here to do some ACT work, learn some math, and see a Desmos hack that can really help us on these questions. So your future self is really going to appreciate if you like and subscribe so you can keep getting these quick hits and be on your way to improving your ACT score. Thanks, everyone.